The kingdom was quieter now, not peaceful, just quiet. In the lower streets, doors closed faster, voices dropped when soldiers passed, even laughter felt dangerous because King Hooligan had changed. A man accused of stealing a coin was dragged through the squeeze. "Just one coin!" he cried. "Then you should have earned one," the king said coldly from horseback. "No trial, no debate. Take him." Chains rattled as the man was pulled away. The people watched in silence, not out of respect, out of fear. From a balcony above, Toklim watched it all unfold. "This isn't justice," he whispered. Behind him, Queen Seyon stood still, her voice low. "No, it's control." Toklim turned. "Then why do we allow it?" Her answer came without hesitation. "Because right now, no one can stop him." But not everything in the kingdom was breaking. Some things were beginning. The castle courtyard had been transformed. Flowers lined the stone paths. Banners of a foreign land, deep blue and silver, hung beside the kingdom's own. For the first time in weeks, there was music. Jinny stood at the centre of it all, dressed not in armour, but in flowing white and gold. She looked different, still strong, still sharp, but lighter, nervous even. "You're pacing," said a calm voice. She turned to see Prince Martin of Zolika, smiling gently. "I face battles better than this," Jinny admitted. Martin chuckled. "That's worrying. I was marriage ranked below warfare." Jinny smirked slightly. "Depends who I'm marrying." "Ah," he said, placing a hand over his heart. "Then I'm in danger." For a moment, just a moment, the tension of the kingdom faded. The ceremony was simple, but meaningful. A union not just of two people, but two kingdoms. Strength, stability, hope. Even King Hooligan attended, though he did not smile. He watched, measured, silent. As Jinny and Martin stood before the court, hands joined, something rare returned to the castle. Warmth. When their vows were spoken, the hall filled with applause. Real applause. Not forced, not fearful. From the side, Nisha beamed with joy, completely swept up in the moment. "This is how it should be," she whispered. But not everyone felt at ease. Toklim stood beside his father. "Do you approve?" he asked carefully. The king didn't look at him. "It strengthens us," he said flatly. "That's not what I asked." Now the king turned, and for a brief second, something human flickered. "I don't have the luxury of caring about happiness anymore." The flicker vanished. Only survival. Far away, in the city of the back rows, news of the wedding arrived quickly. Hooligan II read the message, his expression unreadable. "A marriage alliance," Kipper said. "Smart move. Makes your brother harder to touch." Hooligan II folded the letter slowly. "Then we don't touch the kingdom." Kipper raised an eyebrow. "No," the prince's eyes darkened. "We break it." He stepped toward the window, looking out over the growing force he was building. Spies, mercenaries, traitors waiting to be bought. "While they celebrate," he said quietly, "we prepare." Back in the castle as night fell, Jinny stood with Martin, looking out over the kingdom. "Do you regret it?" he asked softly. She shook her head. "No." A pause. "But I know it won't stay like this." Martin nodded. "Then we make the most of the moments that do." Jinny smiled faintly. And somewhere deep in the castle, chains tightened, plans grew, and a storm quietly gathered. Next episode, we can have Hooligan become